So I was gonna do a reaction video of the first preseason game. The question is, will this reaction video be more boring or less boring than my attempt at doing a reaction video about the Puppy Bowl? The dogs look so stupid. Oh, it's the stupidest looking dog. I thought maybe it would be so bad it was good. Yeah, the Panthers and the Patriots are not so bad. They're good. They're just dull. I'm not a big watcher of preseason games in general, largely because they don't tell you all that much about what the team's going to look like during the season. They're basically an extended tryout. Depending on what positions the teams are trying out, it may or may not be interesting. So the only interesting thing about the Patriots was the fact that they aren't 100% settled on a quarterback. They've got Jacoby Brissett. They've got last year's second stringer Bailey Zappi. They've got their first round, what was it, number 3 pick with Drake May. And they got Joe Milton in the 5th round. If you go back and watch my draft video, I said, hey, I really like this Joe Milton guy. Want to know who I think is the hot quarterback this year? Joe Milton. May have been a little biased because I think he's very attractive. At the same time, if you look at my free agency post, you'll see I was a little grumpy that we paid $2 million or whatever it was to Mitch Trubisky instead of getting a rookie in the 5th round for cheap, like maybe Joe Milton. I don't know, I feel like we're spending a lot of money on Mitch Trubisky when we could just get Joe Milton.
Watching him throw, it's great.
In the 5th round. Well, it turned out yesterday the only interesting thing about the game was Joe Milton showed up and balled out.
Age. Oh, nice look. Oh, man. That's a dart.
So I told you. I just feel like when you have a team that's so dependent on a quarterback like the Bills are, maybe have a backup quarterback that you might be able to go the distance with. Or are we just thinking if Josh gets hurt, we tank the season and try and get a high draft pick? That always feels cheap to me. And Josh might get hurt because we're making him play in the preseason game because who we're trying out mostly are wide receivers. And the only way to really get a feel for which wide receivers we want to keep down on the lower end of the line is if we have Josh throwing to him, because it's that connection that really makes the difference, that makes us know whether we want MVS.
Josh is a really good quarterback. I really like him. We're friends now.
Or we want Shavers, or we want Hamler, or whoever. We've got too many. We've got too many super mid wide receivers. A couple other things that we're going to be looking at. The main one that turned out to be really weird is tight end. So we've got 4 really good tight ends now, apparently. I mean, not really good. Dalton Kincaid's really good. Dawson Knox is good. We pay him probably too much, but he's really good. And then we've got Quentin Morris, who has stepped up for big plays for us before. And we've got this new guy, Davidson, I want to say his name is. He's been amazing in training camp. And I'm worried about my friend Quentin because I like Quentin Morris. And I don't think we can keep 4 tight ends, especially not if we're thinking of keeping 6 wide receivers. So how many people can Josh pass to this season? I don't know. Got some running backs in the mix too, none of whom are doing super great. James Cook, I love him, but like sticky hands. We need stickier hands from James Cook. Also, edge rusher is interesting. When you look at the depth chart that they came out with the other day, they've actually got AJ Epinesa up higher than Von Miller on the edge rusher chart, which, you know, it's a rotational position that doesn't mean all that much, but like, yeah, they put him 3rd. They put Von 3rd, which doesn't, to me, bode super well for his recovery, but bodes well for the fact that we might not have to pay him that much because it's changed his salary so that it's all contingent on hitting milestones. So O-line, we feel sparse. D-line, Daquan's hurt again. I met Daquan, by the way. We met Daquan Jones and Greg Rousseau at a coffee shop. They were super nice. They told us about how they don't like horror movies, which is my son's obsession, but they do like anime. They're huge. I'm 6 feet tall. These guys are just towering over me. Greg Rousseau made Daquan look short. He's so tall. His head was like hitting the light fixture when he tried to work behind the counter at the coffee shop.
I go to work.
But yeah, the fun thing about being in Rochester during training camp week is not going to training camp, walking by training camp.
For something that was supposed to be this hard to get tickets to, there's like no one here.
And then looking at pictures of them showing up at places that you go to all the time. They were at Target in Penfield a bunch. They were at Pittsford Dairy, where we go for ice cream all the time. But the only ones I ran into were Greg Rousseau and Daquan Jones at some random coffee shop in East Rochester. What else is going on around the league? I don't know. Chiefs, what are you guys doing? I'm hearing talk about you guys trading first round picks for CeeDee Lamb. Like, what's happening today? I don't know. I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's going to happen. Ayuk still hasn't signed with anybody, although that may change by the time I get this video out because it sounds like the Steelers have something in place for him. But when I said that to my family in Pittsburgh, they were like, they've been saying that for a month. We don't believe it. So we'll see. Tua got paid a lot of money. All these guys getting paid so much money. I love that Josh was just happy for him. He's happy for him. He's happy for Trevor Lawrence. He's happy, you know, the way he said it was really pretty cool to see.
Tua, Trevor Lawrence got paid. Jordan, you are now the 13th highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it for those guys. I'm just happy that guys are getting paid because, again, that's generational wealth for them and their families. And we all play the same game, and we're kind of a fraternity here in the NFL. So I'm very happy for all those guys.
And Josh has been having fun with the citizens of Rochester holding puppies and whatnot.
What is this, like a cattle?
A golden doodle.
You got to get rid of that mustache before the season starts. All right, that's my short video. Bills play the Bears on Saturday. I will probably not be around to watch that game live. Could be interesting. Bears have some interesting players right now. Their first round went very well for them, so we'll see. Go Bills.
Go Bills, baby.